welcome to Little Gem Puppets. You know, you're just on time because we're about to have a story. And do you know who's going to tell us the story? Did I hear you say Maggie? You're right. Maggie's going to tell us the story. So let's see where she is. Maggie! 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 Oh, Maggie, there you are. Maggie, how are you? Well, I'm great. I just had a great holiday. You were on your holidays, Maggie? Yeah, I was, you know where the walrus is? Maggie, were you in the south of Ireland? Yeah, I was down by the sea down in the south, and I looked for the walrus every day like this. Every day, every time I saw a boat, I looked for the walrus, but I didn't see one. I never saw the walrus. Well, you know, Maggie, I think they're kind of shy with people. But did you see any seals, Maggie? No, I didn't see any seals either. I saw something black bobbing up and down in the sea, like that, but I don't think it was a seal. Oh, well, Maggie, sure, you can't see everything. No, but you know what I did see? What did you see, Maggie? 4 deers. One of them hopped out of the hedge right in front of me, like this. Hop, 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 hop. Right out of the hedge in front of me. Wow, Maggie. Yeah, and I met 2 donkeys. 2 donkeys, and I fed them every single day. Every single day I went up there and fed them. Hey, that's nice. Yeah, I'm kind of sad to leave them. You know, I kind of miss them now. Well, I know, Maggie, sometimes it's kind of sad when you have to come home from holidays. Yeah, but you know, I'm all ready to tell my story. Oh, well, that's great, because we're all ready to hear your story. Yeah, it's about, guess. Guess. Maggie, I can't guess what the story's about. Well, it's about an animal that's kind of small and prickly. A small, prickly animal. Well, it can't be a porcupine, so I know, Maggie, you're going to tell us a story about a hedgehog, aren't you? Yeah, that's right, it's about a hedgehog. It's about Holly the hedgehog. But Carmel, did you bring my pictures? Oh, I did, Maggie. I did bring the pictures. Well, where are they? Well, I have this special button here. Do you see this, Maggie? And all you have to do when you want to show us the pictures is press that special button and the pictures will go up on the screen. Do you want to try it? Oh yeah, I do. I'll put it there and you can give it a try. Give it a try there. Yeah, okay. Here I go. Oh, I see how that works. Yep, so here we go. All right, well, I'm okay. I'm all ready to tell the story now. Okay, then take it away. Holly the hedgehog. Once upon a time, not so long ago, there was a little hedgehog called Holly. And Holly was a very special hedgehog. When she was born, she had 3 brothers and 1 sister. When they were born, they had no spines at all, no spines, and then they grew like some little spines, and here's a picture of them. And they were very cute, weren't they? They were very cute. They were like little balls of like just curled up and sleeping all the time. And that's pretty much what they did. They just slept and they just ate. And then after a while they got a bit bigger and they started to play together. And she particularly liked doing racing with her sister. go, and off they'd go, and they'd race together, and they'd tumble over and everything. They had great fun together. Well, anyway, when Holly was 6 weeks old, she was old enough to go out by herself. Yeah, old enough to go out by herself, because when hedgehogs are only 6 weeks old, that's when they go off by themselves. So Holly went off out into the world, and she had to learn how to hunt. So she used to go hunting things like worms, and she used to like get beetles and, other kinds of insects. That's what she used to get to eat. But she found it very hard work. She wasn't very good at it. But she kept trying. And then one day, Holly woke up and she realised that she was magic. Do you know why she was magic? Can you guess? Well, I tell you what it was. Holly was able to hear special sounds from different insects. So it was things like this. For worms, she heard this sound. And for beetles, she heard this sound. So from that day on, all Holly had to do when she was going out hunting was put her ear to the ground and have a listen very carefully. And then she'd hear the insects, and then she'd go off and she would go off on a chase like this. So she'd chase, she'd do a really fast chase, and then she'd go and she'd jump, and she'd catch that beetle or the worm or whatever it was, and she'd eat it. But sometimes some of the animals used to be smarter than she was, and they used to get away. They'd just wait till she was gone, and then they'd come out, and then she wouldn't get them. But anyway, Holly used to go to all different places. Like, she changed in different nights, she'd stay in different places, but her favourite place was an old upside down wash basket. Holly used to go in there because it was lovely and warm and snuggly, and there was a little bit of light, but not too much because it was in the shady area, and she'd get it'd be nice and cool in the summer, and she'd just curl up and go to sleep in the daytime. But one day, Holly heard a sound she'd never heard before. She heard it was like a thump sound, like this. And it got closer. And closer, and closer, and closer, and closer. And then, all of a sudden, the wash basket was lifted off her. "Oh no," said Holly. The wash basket was lifted up and she curled up into a little ball. Like as tight as she could, she curled up into a little ball. And then she opened one eye and she had a look, and she looked down and she saw a massive, giant pair of shoes. Giant. Well, it was only like the size, it was actually a little boy, but it was massive, massive for Holly. And then she looked up and she saw a pair of knees. And then she looked up a bit further and she saw a pair of arms. And then she looked up a bit further and she saw a head. And she said, oh no, I'd better escape now. This is my only chance. And she ran away. Yeah, she ran away as fast as she could. She ran away and hid underneath the hedge. And then she said, I'd better go somewhere else. That was my favourite place, but I think I better go somewhere else now. So she kept going and she kept doing her hunting, but eventually she said to herself, that was my favourite spot. Maybe I should just go back there. There were some nice things to eat around there too. So she went back there. And do you know what happened? There was a really nice bowl of water just sitting there, exactly where the wash basket used to be. So she had a nice drink. She made a nice bed for herself in the hedge, and she had a nice sleep that day. And she went back 3 times. The first time she found the bowl of water. And then as it got a little bit cooler and the autumn was coming in, she went back the next time because it was a bit harder to find insects at that time, and she thought she might find some there. And she went back, and you know what she found? There was a bowl of cat food. Now, she didn't know it was cat food, but that's what it was. It was delicious. She ate every single bit. And she went back there every night after that until it got so cold she thought, I think it's time for me to curl up into a ball and go to sleep. But she went off, and she was like, out doing her hunting. And then you wouldn't believe it. She was the luckiest hedgehog in the world, because you know what was there? That other morning, the last morning that she arrived, do you know what was there? There was a new house with a triangular shaped roof and a hole for her to go in, and it was nice and big and snuggly and cozy. And she went in there and she curled up and she made a nice bed first. Yeah, she made a nice bed for herself, and then she curled up and went to sleep for the winter. And you know what her last thoughts were just before she went to sleep? She thought, I might wake up and find a bowl of water and some food outside here when I wake up. And that was it. She went to sleep with a smile on her face, and she was very happy. And that was the end of the story. That's the end of the story about Holly the hedgehog. So that was Holly the hedgehog. Hey Maggie, thanks for coming to tell us a story. Oh, I love that story. That's all about Holly. But Maggie, I have a really big question. Yeah? Did Holly's magic get any stronger? Well, I can't tell you that. That's a story for another day. But maybe you could write that story. You could write the story yourself. Or maybe you could write the story of what happened to Holly when she woke up after the winter. Write your own stories. That gives me an idea, Maggie. I have got some really nice grass here, and maybe I could use that to make a picture story about Holly. Yeah, you could, and well, you know what, I'm going to go and look at my shell collection. Do you have a shell collection, Maggie? Yeah, I have a shell collection that I collected at the beach, and I think I might go and Look at my favourite ones again. You know, I think that's the end of story time. Yeah. We better say goodbye now. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Thanks for coming for story time. Bye. 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 Bye from Little Gem Puppets.